Hello everyone, today in this video we'll be discussing the fourth module of 21MAT11, and in this module we have the differential equations. So the main topics are the linear ODE and the inverse differential operator. So here only we have the few categories which we'll be discussing, and after that we'll be moving to variation of parameters, the technique you need to know how to solve the problems, and then finally we'll be solving the Cauchy and Legendre's homogeneous differential equation. Okay, so these are the main topics, and the last two topics are the theory concepts, so I have not included that in this notes. So anyways, you can go through that in the official notes, and let's get started with the first topic. And before starting, if you like this video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Okay, so let's get started with the first topic, and the question which you could expect under this topic is the normal type of question. So the question will be as follows. D cube y by dx cube minus 3 d square y by dx square minus 3 dy by dx plus y is equal to 0. So here it is given as 0. So this is of the normal type. If there is some function here of x, okay, at that time it is a different type of question. We have to solve it in a different manner. So here only we need to find out the general solution. Okay, in that we have to find out the particular solution as well. So we'll discuss that questions as well. So let's see what is the basic type of question. This is the basic type of question, and the d is written as follows, and you have to convert this d in this form, like you have to write capital D cube, capital D square and all. So how do you write that is you'll consider d as d by dx. Okay, so if you consider d as d by dx, so what does d cube mean is d cube y by dx square. Okay, so in that way we have written this equation, and y is common here. Okay, that is equal to 0. Now f of d fd of y is equal to 0, because this is considered as fd, and this y here, so fd of y is considered as 0 here. Now what is fd? Fd is this equation. Okay, just this equation. So we'll be writing fd here, and we'll be finding out the auxiliary equation. So auxiliary equation is as follows. You'll be writing f of m is equal to 0, means wherever you see as d here, substitute that as m and write this equation here. After that, simplify and find out the roots here. So what roots you get are 3 roots here: -1, 2 minus root 3, 2 plus root 3. So here comes the variations. Okay, now the roots which you get, based on that the answer will be changing. So the roots could be like any constant value, or they can be any imaginary value, or they can be same values also, like 1 comma 1. So in same way, if you get same values, what you have to do? If you get different values, what you have to do? If you get imaginary values, what you have to do? In that 3 we will be discussing what are the solution by using some examples. In this example we will be discussing what to do if you get different values. If you get different values, you just have to write yc is equal to c1. See different values, right? How many different values are there? 3 different values. So you will be writing c1, c2 and c3. After that you will be writing e, and after that what answers you got, that into x. Okay, means 2 minus root 3 into x, 2 plus root 3 into x, and here -1 into x. Okay, that's your final answer. That's all. Okay, moving on to the second question. Here we have been given the direct equation which we actually derive. So we can directly start from here. Fd of y is equal to 0. Fd is this one, and find out the roots here. When you find out the roots here, we'll get the imaginary roots here. So to write the answer for imaginary roots, what you have to do is, if you get here like what is this form? 2i means what? X plus iy is the official representation for a complex number, right? So iy means this one, 2i. Okay, I into 2. So y value is 2, x value is 0. Okay, so x is equal to 0, y is equal to 2. This is what we understood, and here it is -2. So if you get this type, what you will be writing the answer as follows. For -1 you will be writing as same only, like c1 and e power -x, and for this one what you have to write is, what is the power of x? Means in the equation, for consider for 2i and -2i. For 2i, what you will be writing? 0 plus 2 into i. So here x value is 0 and y value is 2 coefficients. Okay, so since you have 0 for x, you will be writing e power 0x. Okay, and with I, what you have? 2. Okay, if it is plus 2, you will be writing cos 2x. If it is -2, you will be writing sin 2x. Okay, so that's how you will be solving the imaginary roots. Okay, now moving on, we have the third type of question in which the roots are same. So here you'll get this equation. If you find out the roots for it, you'll get the roots as 2 minus 2 minus 2 plus 3 and -3. So for the same roots, when you get here, what you have to do is, you have to just write e power what answer you have, that into x. Okay, after you have written this one, then since two roots you got as common, you will be writing c1 plus c2x. If you got 3 common, you will be writing c1 plus c2x plus c3 x cube x square. Okay, like that you will be writing. X values will be increasing by one factor, and that will be taken as common, and e power minus 2x will be written here. This is same, like two different roots are there, so c3 e power minus 3x and c4 e power 3x. This in this case, these questions were of that case where it is equal to 0. Now in case if it is not equal to 0, we have further categories, like either it can be means the power of e, so e power x it can be, or it can be cos or sine, or it can be any polynomial like 4x and all. Okay, so these are the three categories. We'll be discussing how to solve each, means how to write the answer for each category one by one. So in this category we'll be discussing the first one, this one, then this one, then this one. So here let's see if it's the case like e power minus 6 comes, then what we have to do. Okay, so the first part is same, we'll be taking this and finding out the roots and doing the same things. So the answer which you get is same here. After that we have to not just stop here, we have to find out yp also. Yp will be nothing but we will be considering this one. If it was 0, we would have not done anything, right? Yp is not needed in 0, but here it is e power minus x, so we have to find out yp also. So yp is nothing but the particular integral. So yp is equal to e power minus x, which is given in the question there, divided by fd. Fd is this one. Okay, now what you have to do is, what is the factorization of this one, d plus 1 and d plus 3. Now observe carefully, it is minus x here, so minus 1 you will be substituting where, in the place of d. Okay, when you substitute minus 1 here, what you get is, here if you substitute minus 1 plus 3, you will get as 2, and here if you do, it will get as 0. So if it denominator gets 0, it will be wrong answer, right? So to avoid this one, what we will be doing is, we will be using one formula. That formula is what, here you have minus 1, right? After substitution, which term you get as 0, that time you separate. Okay, that time if you separate, and what is the remaining thing, that you write first. Okay, after separating this, what is the remaining thing, e power minus 6 by d plus 3, that you have written here. Now observe carefully, what is this term. This term has the power 1, power what, 1. Okay, so what you will be writing is 1 factorial and x power 1, that's all. If you have 1 here, you will be writing x power 1 and 1 factorial, that's all. Now you try to apply the value of minus 1 here, you will get the correct answer. Okay, so it's not an issue. So after you have got that one, you will be substituting the value of minus 1 here. So what answer you get is 2 here. So x into e power minus x by 2, that's the final answer for yp. So the final answer will be y is equal to yc plus yp. Yc is nothing but what answer we got here. This is the answer for yc, and yp what answer we got here, that we have to add. Okay, that's the final answer. This was in this case when the means the question is given as is equal to e power something. Now the second type of question which could be appearing in the exam is the is equal to cos y something. Okay, so here we have means log 2 and all. Here also it is e power x only, so I have just included this one to give means furthermore explanation regarding what type of questions could come. Okay, so this is the same thing, exponential term only. So in this case there is a slight variation. So let's see what it is. The first part is same only, you will be using fd and finding out the roots here. After finding out the roots, you will be substituting that in the main equation and finding out yc. Till here it is same. After that, when you are trying to find out yp, at that time what is the thing is, you will be writing this thing divided by fd. So this thing will be writing here and divided by fd. Fd is what, d minus 3 whole square. Okay, and when you separate it and then you try to find out the d minus 3, firstly what you have to do, substitute 3 in this place and see if it becomes 0, then you have to do something for this. Okay, what you have to do, I'll mark it as a point here. Now here if you substitute minus 2 here and do the calculation, you will not get any wrong answer, so it's okay. And here also if you like substitute 0 and see, you will get a correct answer only. And one thing to observe here, it was just log 2. Okay, e power nothing was there, so 1 can be written as e power 0, right? So we'll be writing e power 0x and substituting the value of 0 in the place of d. Okay, so that's what we did here, and these two are means no problem for these two. Only the problem occurs here. So if the problem occurs here, what I told you, what is the unproblematic term that you have to separate. The unproblematic term is nothing but 1 only here, nothing else is there, right? So 6 e power 3x you can take it as separate. Okay, 6 e power 3x, that you can take it as separate. And here what we have to do, the problematic term, observe carefully, what is the power of it, 2. Take 2 factorial into x square, because 2 is there, x square. Okay, that's all what you have to do. And if the answer comes as correct at that time, you leave it as such. This is the yp value. After you have got the yp value, just add up the yc and yp value to get the final answer. Okay, so that's all. The slight variation I had to explain e power 0x here as well, so that's why I included this question. Okay, Moving on, we have the cos ax and sin ax type of questions where you will get the is equal to cos 2x type. So in this case, the first part is same as usual. You will be just finding out yc here. I'll be just explaining what is yp. For yp, you got cos 2x here. So what you will be doing is cos 2x you will be writing here and divided by this one. If you substitute the value of 2 here, at that time what you get is minus 4 into d plus 13. Okay, so d square will be substituted as minus 2 square. So this is what you will obtain here. So what is this answer? It is nothing but 9 minus 4d. After you have got 9 minus 4d, then you will be multiplying with 9 plus 4d to factorize it, and after that what you will get is 81 minus 16d square. Now d square can be written as minus 2 square. So when you do that as minus 2 square, you will get this formula, means this answer here, and that will be 145. After you have done this much, then here what you have to do, see, 9 into cos 2x. What is 9 into cos 2x? 9 cos 2x. 4d into cos 2x. Let me explain you how to do. 4d into cos 2x. d means differentiation. So when you differentiate cos 2x, what you will get is 2 minus 2 sin 2x, right? Minus 2 sin 2x, and 4 is here, so you'll get minus 8 sin 2x. That's what I've written here, minus 8 sin 2x. Okay, and 9 cos 2x from here only, and you'll be having the denominator 145. So that's all what you have to do. You have to just add yc and yp to get the final answer. Okay, this is how you solve the question of the type where you will get the trigonometric terms like cos 2x and sin ax. Okay. The third type of question which you can expect is equal to like 2x plus x square and all. Okay, so this is the polynomial type. Here find out yc as usual, and after that how to solve this one, 2x plus x square. At that time, to find out yp, you will be writing 2x plus x square here, and after that the fd will be written here. Take the means the factorize fd here, and after that if you have the polynomial terms here, you will be just taking the inverse of it. Okay, what I mean is this is 1 plus d whole square. So if you take it up, what you will get is 1 plus d into means raised to minus 2, and here you'll have the same term here. Okay, just take this in the numerator, and after that you'll have to expand this one. How to expand is you'll be writing consecutive numbers starting from 1. So it is 1 here and d is here, right? So you'll be writing here 1 and d. Okay, after that you will be writing d square, d cube, and so on. So since it is minus 2, you will first write minus, then you will write plus, again minus, and plus, and so on. Okay, after you have written this one, you will be multiplying this term with this one. So what happens when you multiply? So if you observe carefully, first you will multiply 1 with this one, so you will get 2x plus x square, that I have written here. Then when you multiply minus 2d into this one, so what is minus 2 into 2? It is minus 4, and d into x, differentiate x with respect to x, you will get as 1 only. So it is minus 4 here, and after that minus 2d will be multiplied with x square, so minus 2 will be outside only, and d of x square. What is d of x square? Means differentiation x square with respect to x, so you'll get as 2x. So minus 2 into 2x is minus 4x. That's what we have written here. Then we'll be multiplying the third term, so 3d square into 2x. 3d into 2x means 3 to the 6, so first you will write 6 here, and d square into x. D square means double differentiation of x is nothing but differentiation of 1, which is nothing but 0. So here we will not get anything, we will be having 0 here, so we will be cancelling it, and the same thing goes for here also. When you do that, like 3 into double differentiation of x square, so what we get is 2x, again multiply it, will again differentiate, x will go, so we'll have 3 into 2, 6. So I just have written 6 here. So for further terms, if you do, you will get as 0 only, so I have not written here. So this is your final answer. This is the value of yp which will be adding with yc. Okay, so these were the variations under the type of linear differential equation. So if you do not understand, you can always replay and watch, and let's move on to the next topic, which is using inverse differential operation. So here this is the question which is given to us, and in the equal sign what we have is two things. One is the polynomial, other is the exponential. So here what you have to do is just have to find out what is the value of yc as usual, and after we get the value of yc, we have to find out yp. For yp, we will be separating the polynomial term and the exponential term, and solving it separately. So if you observe carefully here, we have x square by d square plus 4 and e power minus x by d square plus 4. Okay, so if you take 4 common from here, at that time what you get is x square by 1 by d square plus 4. Why we did that? Because we need d by 2 whole square. In that form we need, okay, 1 plus 1 square plus d by 2 whole square. After we have done that, we will be taking this in the numerator, and then writing x here. Actually it is x square here, I forgot to write square, so it is x square here, we will be writing this one. Okay, after that you will be expanding this one. How to expand is, you will be writing the we'll be writing the terms in this way, like it is d square by 4, so we'll be writing first d square by 4, then you will square it, so it will be d power 4 by 16 and so on. After you have done that, you will be just multiplying these terms with x square, so what answer you get is this one, x square minus 1 by 4 into 2, and after that the terms will be 0, so we have not written here, and this is same as previous one. After that you will be just keeping it as same because there is no d term here to multiply, means to substitute the value of minus 1 here, so you'll be just keeping this term here, and this is your yp. Okay, this is your yp value which will be applying here. Yc we got earlier, just add it up to get the final answer. Okay, moving on to the next topic, which is Legendre's and Cauchy's linear differential equation. So here two types are there, Cauchy's differential equation and Legendre's differential equation. So in Cauchy's differential equation, we have the main thing as like the equation in this form: x square y double dash minus 5xy dash plus 8y is equal to means a function of x here. So function of x will be written here, and functions of differentiation of y will be written here. So what you have to do is you have to just write the question what is given to us, and then take log e is equal to log e of x is equal to z. This is the compulsory one in all the equations. Okay, means in the under the topic Legendre's and Cauchy's differential equation. First write this term, log x is equal to z, x will be equal to e power z. After you have done that, you will be writing this x y dash is equal to dy, x square y double dash is equal to d into d minus 1 into y. So what will be x cube y triple dash? Okay, what will be that? It will be d square, and it will be d means d minus 2, and here we will be having d minus 1, and actually it will be just d here, d into d minus 2 into d minus 1. This for the x cube. So like that we will keep on writing the terms, and after you have written the terms, you will be substituting wherever you find x y dash and x square y double dash, these terms you will be substituting. So in the given question, what you have is x square y double dash, x y dash and y. So we'll be writing it as follows: dy and d into d minus 1 into y. So if you multiply this will be d square minus d y, and this will be dy here, as the previous one 5 is from the coefficient, and it will be 8y. That is equal to 2z. Why z? Because what is given to us is log x, and log x is nothing but z. So after you have written this one, and you'll be factorizing this one to find out the yc value. After you have got the yc value, you'll be writing it as such, and we will be then finding out the yp value. For yp value, what is the thing given is 2 log x. So instead of log x, we'll be taking 2z here, and we'll be writing ft here. And after that, just take 8 common from here. Okay, whatever is the coefficient, take it as common, and this is the thing which you obtain here. And after that, taking the numerator and then doing the same thing like minus plus and all. After you have done the minus plus and all, and taking the squares of the terms and multiplying it with z, what answer you get is z minus 1 by 8 into 0 minus 6. Okay, how you got this one is I'll be explaining you for the one question. So observe carefully. 1 into z, you have written z here, yes. Then what you are doing is you are multiplying this term by z. So if you multiply this term by z, firstly you will take 8 common, right? So minus 1 by 8 is taken common, minus from here and 8 from here. After you have done that, d square minus 6d into z. What is d square minus 6d into z? Firstly, you will do d square z. So d square z is nothing but 0. Why? Because double differentiate z, you will get as 0. Single differentiation, you will get as 1. Multiplied with 6 is minus 6. So you will get as 0 here and minus 6 here. So that's what I have written here. 1 by 8 from the previous one, and 0 because of double differentiation, and minus 6 into 1 is from the single differentiation, and this is the answer which you get here. If you simplify, you will get as 3 by 4, which will be writing here. Okay, so that is the value of yp which you get, and finally you will be substituting this value in the main equation, yc plus yp. So this is how we solve the type of the question where you have log value, and in case if directly log is not given, still you have to take the log value only and substitute the value of x as e power z. So here log ex means log x will be taken as z, x will be equal to e power z, and here you have 1 plus x. So what it will be? 1 plus e power z, right? 1 plus e power z, and x y dash is equal to dy, and x square y double dash is equal to d into d minus 1 y. So this you already know, right? Then make the substitution as in the previous question which you did. The only difference is 1 plus ez. Okay, after that we'll be just finding out the yc in the same manner, nothing difference, and the difference comes in yp. In yp, what you find is 1 plus e power z whole square divided by ft. When you separate it, you will get 3 terms here. Separate it and find out what is the value. So solving each separately, I will be solving from 1. What happens, how to do? So what is the value of x here? It is 2. So substitute the value of 2 here, and what you find is 0. right? If you get as 0, this is the wrong term. So what I told you, what are the wrong terms, separate it, write the other terms separately. The other term is nothing but e power 2z only, that will be writing separately here. And what to do for the wrong term? For the wrong term, what you will do, see the power here, in the denominator you will write that factorial and multiplied by x power that term. So x square by sorry, it is z square because we are differentiating with respect to z. So we'll have z square by 2 factorial. Okay, so that's all. We'll be doing the same thing for in this one and this one as well, but that won't make any difference because the answers will be same in this case also, because 2 if you substitute it will be z, means actually it is not 2, it is z. Okay, it is z here and the value is 1, so we'll substitute 1 here, so we'll get as 1 square, so it will be 1 only. So no much difference, you can take these two values, it's valid here, and you'll directly get the answer here. After that, this is the value of yp, and you'll be substituting the value of yp in the main equation. Okay, y is equal to yc plus yp. That was about the Cauchy's equation. So let me tell you what is the main difference between Legendre's equation and the Cauchy's equation. So the main thing is y double dash is here, second term has y here, and the third term has y. So it is actually y dash in the second term, and third term is y. So observe one thing carefully. In along with that, we have x plus 1 here. All the places x plus 1 is there. So but in the previous one we just had x here. So here it will be x plus 1, but I am talking about this one. Okay, this one and this one, and here also. So in the Cauchy's equation, we always have x and y terms. Okay, just x and y terms. So we'll not have x plus 1 and all in all the terms. But when you see the Legendre's equation, you'll have x plus 1 in the terms. So just the simple means the change you will make is, instead of log x is equal to, you have taken log x is equal to z, right, in the previous ones. Just take log x plus 1, whatever they have given here, is equal to z. If they have given here like x plus 7, you will be taking x plus 7 is equal to log x plus 7 is equal to z, and then you will be solving it. Okay, so if you take that, you will get the value of x as e power z minus 1. That's all the difference between the two equations, and this one will be taken as dy, and this one will be taken as d into d1 d minus 1 into y, where d is nothing but d by dz. Okay, so after that, we'll be simplifying the same thing, finding out the value of yc, and for yp also you'll be doing the same thing actually, because 2 sin z, you'll be writing here 2 sin z, and then you will be simplifying it. Okay, so one thing you need to observe carefully is that if you substitute the value of, what is the value of coefficient of z here, 1. Okay, and you have to replace d square by minus of 1 square. So what is minus of 1 square? Minus 1. So if you substitute minus 1 here, you will get the wrong answer, isn't it? You will get as 0. So if you get the wrong answer, what I told you, separate these terms here and then do the thing for this one. Okay, what we have to do is, you have to differentiate this. If you differentiate, you will get as 2d in the denominator, and in the numerator, what you have to do, you have to differentiate this as well. If you differentiate this, you will get as 2 into cos z. So that's what that dd will get cancelled, and d's value will be 1. So just have cos z there. So that's what I've written here. You'll just have cos z there, and it's actually minus cos z because you'll be actually integrating it, not the differentiation part. You'll be integrating the numerator. Okay, differentiate denominator, integrate the numerator. Okay, that's all. So you'll get the value of yp as minus cos z, which will be substituting in the main equation, which is yc plus yp, so, to get the final answer. That's the only difference between Cauchy and Legendre's differential equation. In the second one, you will have the x plus 1 terms and all, while in the first one, you will have just the x terms. Okay. This is the last topic in this module, and yet very important topic. So listen carefully how to solve these questions. Okay, so the question is of this type: solve d square y by dx square plus y is equal to 6 sec x tan x using VP method, variation of parameters. So here, what's the question given? Write that first. So d square y by dx square plus y is equal to sec x tan x. Okay, now this can be written as d square plus 1 into y is equal to sec x tan x, and find out the value of yc as usual. And after you have got the value of yc, one thing you have to observe carefully. It can be written as a y1 plus b y2. Now, what is y1? Y1 is nothing but cos x. Okay, this is y1 and this is y2. Y2 will be sin x. What is y1 dash? Minus sin x. Just differentiate this one. What is y2 dash? Differentiate this one. You'll get cos x here. After you got the value of y1, y2 and y1 dash, y2 dash, you'll be writing this formula. This is the standard formula. Okay, w you have to find out. What is the formula for w? Y1 into y2 dash minus y2 into y1 dash. Okay, just substitute the values here and find out the answer. You'll get as cos square x plus sin square x. You'll get as 1 here. So after you've got the value of w, you have to use two formulas. The first is for the a. This is the formula, y2 q of x by w into means dx plus k1. K1 is the constant. Okay, so y2 and all you have the formulas. Just substitute here and find out the integral, and what answer you get is the value of a. Same thing do for b also. For the b, the formula is y1 qx by w dx plus k2. Substitute the values and find the answer. So what you get is the b's value here. So what is the value of actually q of x? Q of x is nothing but the value which is given to us as equal. Okay, so equal means this one. Okay, this is the value of q of x. So after you have found the value of a and b, substitute in the main formula, and the main formula is written here. Y is equal to a1 a y1 plus b y2. You have got the values of a and b as well as for y1 y2 y1 y2 values also you have. Substitute all those values in the main equation to get the final answer. Okay, so this is all what is there in the module 4, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.